Welcome to Gems of Knowledge with your host, David Bellman and Justin Kroll. Each week, our experts will answer all of your jewelry questions with Rachel Putney, our social media maven, who will relay your questions to our experts. And now, here's your host, David Bellman.
Hi, I'm David Bellman. Welcome to another episode of Gems of Knowledge. This is going to be an interesting one because we've decided to talk about kind of an interesting subject. We've all had engagement ring customers over the years, and when guys come in and they're looking for an engagement ring, they can get a little tense and a little nervous, and we wanted to tell some of those stories and maybe give you some advice on how not to feel intimidated maybe and nervous when you come in for the guys that are coming into shopping. So, of course, I have with me the lovely Rachel.
How are you?
I'm well. And, of course, Justin. Good to see you again.
How you doing?
Good. So, I know you have quite a few interesting stories that you were telling me earlier. So, let's get started. Tell me what
How about your personal story, your own engagement?
Yeah, I'll do that one, too. I wasn't nervous getting the stone. It's so funny to me because, you know, being in the industry, I don't get nervous about talking about diamonds. I love it.
Yep.
And I never really realized how bad and how nervous guys get when they come in looking for an engagement ring. The last customer I had, I swear, I thought he was going to pass out.
Wow.
Shaking. Moving around, heavy breathing, sweating. I had to literally calm him down.
Yeah.
Glass of water. He had to get up a few times. I mean, this was no joke. I had no idea that guys got like this. I mean, it's just a ring to us.
But what happened? But when you went to get yours, you felt that anxiety?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't feel it?
I didn't.
I thought
I
maybe
got this.
Yeah.
No pressure.
What Rachel's talking about is how I chose the ring and what I decided to do with the
because
diamond,
I think a lot of guys get nervous when they have an idea in their head, but then they come in and they see all these different rings to choose from, and then they're like,
oh, they freak out.
oh, crap. She might like this, but she might also like this, but I really have no idea. So I think that's why they get the most nervous, is they have so many options, and they want to make sure she's happy. She's the one that's going to be wearing it. Oh. So they're like, I know I like this, but she might not. So I think that's what makes them the most nervous.
I'll tell you two quick stories then. Number one, when I started in this business and we were showing engagement diamonds, right? We always show loose diamonds first. And then you'd have the selection of mountings. There was like 20 mountings.
Yeah.
That was like it to choose from.
Right.
So it was really hard to mess it up, basically.
Right.
Today, you have literally tens of thousands of different styles to choose from. And so when guys come in here, they do. They freak out because we take out now, just in our own inventory, over 400 different styles. And that's just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Right.
Scary.
I mean, I'm that age. I know that 95% of girls have a Pinterest, and they have pinned exactly what they want. Not only that, but their best friend knows exactly what they want.
That's
so
good
if
advice.
a guy is ever unsure, reach out to the best friend, because I can almost guarantee you their girlfriend has already gone to her and told them exactly what she wants. I mean, I had a guy come in, and he brought her best friend, and he's like, yeah, maybe this. She's like, here's her Pinterest. This is everything she likes. This is a picture she sent me.
Wow.
I mean, she knew exactly what she wanted.
See that? And I'll tell you something else. About 20% of all women who get engagement rings hate the rings that they get because the guys didn't make the effort, like this guy did, to bring in someone to help out. You know, the guy just comes and says, I know what I like. This is what I want to do.
Sure.
And, of course, the girlfriend has a completely different concept going on, and it's a disaster because what are you going to do when you get it? You're not going to say, oh, geez, thanks for getting engaged, but I don't like the ring. You're not going to say it. So
I've
you're
heard
stuck
that
with it.
so many times.
You have?
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yep.
And I still think there's a lot of people that don't put what they want on Pinterest, and a lot of guys come in not knowing. And do you want me to tell that story about what I did?
Yeah.
So, I felt like for Michelle that she is going to be wearing this ring for hopefully the rest of her life. Oh, I'll tell you, when I say that to these guys, remember, this is going to be forever. They go crazy. Like, this guy was about to pass out when I said that. But I felt like she's going to wear this thing forever. And I felt like it was my responsibility to get the majority of the financial burden in that center stone.
Yep.
Usually the center is going to be, could be 90%, 80%, sometimes, closer to 100%, depending on the size of the diamond.
Well, and the mount, and whatever mounting they're going to use to put it in.
Right. But what I mean is the cost of the diamond versus the cost of the mounting.
Got it.
A lot of times the diamond will be 90%
much
or
Sure.
or more. But so I felt like that was my responsibility to get the diamond. And what I did was I set it into a couple $100 white gold Tiffany solitaire. Very thin.
Just plain.
Nothing. Just for everyone out there, Tiffany solitaire is just 6 prongs and a little thing. So nothing to it. A few $100s. And I proposed to her, and of course she said yes. And I explained to her that, this diamond's not going to change. Right. But I wanted to present this to you so you could so we could go together.
Yep.
We came down, obviously, and we looked at the 400 different settings. We made a day out of it.
Yep.
We got lunch, and she was able to pick out what that diamond was going to be set in forever in it. And she was so thankful and so, appreciative that I let her be a part of picking out the ring that she was going to wear forever. But I did the, hard part.
The element of surprise was still there.
Still
She
there.
had no idea that you were proposing.
Yeah, and I did the hard part of picking out the diamond. I did all my research. But, the style of what it was going to be set into, I felt like, who was I to pick out what she wanted? Why don't let her be a part of that part of it?
That's a really good idea. I mean, I've done that in the past where guys just didn't have any idea. We just set a plain mounting and they came in later afterwards and did that. And that always works out fine. I mean, you lose a few $100 on the mounting that you bought the temporary one, but it's worth it because you could end up spending thousands of dollars on a mounting that you completely hate.
And then what do you do?
And that's
You're
a
out
nightmare.
a couple grand.
You're out a couple grand, and you don't even know she doesn't like it because she's not going to tell you.
Right.
And that's the scary part,
Michelle loved that. I mean, she was like, I can't believe this. I get to choose what this is going to go into permanently, and she was really appreciative of that.
All right, so while we're talking about more suggestions, okay, let's show some samples of some rings. We have some beautiful video that we shot of some rings that we've made, and I thought it might be entertaining while we're talking about this subject to also at the same time, run some of these videos of some custom pieces that we've done in the past, and
good.
Kind of mix it up a little bit. But one of the things I tell guys when they come in is that they need to, when they have a budget, everybody has a budget when they come into the store, and it's really important that they have that budget set up, right? And when they do that, they have a really good idea of where they want to be financially, and then we say, okay, now let's talk about the mounting first, because sometimes the mounting, like let's say you have a $5,000 budget, sometimes the mounting can be $2,000 that she wants when the guys come in and they know which mounting it is.
Right.
It could be a $2,000 mounting. It only leaves you $3,000 for the center stone.
Sure.
Education is key. That, I think, and when you were talking earlier about people being stressed out, one of the things they're stressed out about is they don't know what they're buying.
Right.
And they don't know if you're telling them the truth, and they have to trust you, and there's a lot of money involved because it's usually the person's biggest purchase they're ever going to make, the first big purchase. So, looking at a ring, something like this one here, they want a nice diamond in the center, they want a nice mounting to go with it, but they want to know they're getting a good value. And that's where I'm going to plug, and we'll show you this later on too, is this, my Cool School University. People can go online, and I have a video tutorial program that'll teach them the 4 C's.
Free.
And it's free. It doesn't even cost anything.
Right.
You go on there, and you can self-educate on diamond grading and how it's done. And I'll tell you what, guys, you go through that whole course, and I mean you have to go through it from beginning to end. It takes a couple of hours to go through it. But if you take it all the way to the end, because the most important information is at the end, you will know more about diamonds. I guarantee you will know more about diamonds than 95% of the people that are selling them to you.
Yeah.
I saw a video online the other day where a guy was selling diamonds. He was in a high-end Fifth Avenue jewelry store.
Yeah.
And he says to the girl, or to the guy who was a jewelry guy, but he was pretending he had the hidden camera. And he goes, so where's this diamond from? He says, that was mined in the U.S. He says, "Oh, really?" He says, "Oh, yeah, we mine a lot of diamonds here. Yeah, the U.S. is a big market for mining diamonds."
Oh my gosh.
And the guy's just going, "I can't believe this guy's lying through his teeth.
Yeah.
There's no diamond mines in America."
Right.
And he's on Fifth Avenue in a high-end store,
Yeah.
and he's telling the story. This is ridiculous. Anyway,
That's a lot of deception and a lot of, nonsense. But what you were saying before, you don't know how many jewelers are out there that really don't know anything about the industry. It's really
Right.
scary.
yeah.
They don't know even how to look at a diamond and tell if it's real.
Yeah. Or where they come from.
Or where. Yeah, that's pretty important.
Listen, I'll tell you
too.
something about people that work in, a lot of people that work in jewelry stores is, 1 minute they're working at the sneaker shop in the mall,
Yes.
right? And then they're working over at Macy's, maybe in the clothing department, they're selling suits. And now
Now
the
they're
guy
in
or girl or
sales.
whatever, she's a cosmetic. And then the next thing you know, they get a job over at a jewelry store, and now they're selling diamonds.
Right.
And that's the extent of their knowledge.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, the guy that said they mine diamonds right here in the United States?
Yeah.
And we thought all that construction out front was for the water lines.
Oh, so that's what they were doing out on Elm Street. Thanks, Howard.
Howard.
Sorry, guys at home.
Yeah, really. Did we run all 3 of those videos, Mr. Video Man over there? I only saw 2. Did you run the third
Yeah,
one?
I ran all of them.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure everybody got a chance to see those rings. But, that's important,
How about any stories from your own sales
Oh.
experience? Do you have any ones where the guy was totally?
Oh, I've had a guy's eyes literally roll back in his head, and pass, and just like go backwards like this for a second. And that's when you bring out a beer or something. Say, "Man, here, have a drink,
Relax.
Is it more of the fear of buying something they don't know, or is it the fear that they're about to buy the commitment?
The commitment. That's what I say, not buy anything.
It's the
They're freaking out
commitment.
because they know when they do this, it's
over.
for good. Yeah, it's over, exactly. And it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as when you have to present the ring. Then that's
Oh.
what, because all guys. Even,
I don't know if it has anything to do with price either, but I know, like, my brother
Mm-hmm.
won't. He'd rather starve than like buy his own food. Like, he's so stingy with money. So then the second you hear thousands of dollars, they're like, holy crap, what happened to like a couple hundred?
Yeah, no, some people come in and they haven't done any research and they don't know what a diamond costs, right? So they come, well, what's your budget? "Oh, I thought I would spend around $1,500. And I'm like, you can barely even buy the mountain for
Mountain.
$1,500.
Or it's, I only want to spend $1,500, but I want a 1 carat diamond.
yeah,
And I,
yeah.
Right. They have not done any research at all, so they have no clue when they're coming in as to what the price of these things are going to be. And so it's like a sticker shock. So then when you start showing them the stuff, like, whoa, hey, and it's like, oh, I'll come back. I got to regroup. I got to restart all over again because I had no idea how much they cost. Well, you got to go out and do your own homework. You got to go out and do the research. If you don't do it, and you come into the store, green like that, especially not knowing anything about the quality of diamonds, let alone even the pricing,
right.
you're not going to accomplish anything. You got to. That's one of the good things about the internet. But also keep in mind when we talk about the internet, is a lot of the information that's on there, a lot of it's true and a lot of it's false. It's
Yeah.
50-50.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot. That's why I did that video series for Cool School University, because I wanted people to get real knowledge about what's going on and try to cut out all the crap, basically, that people are putting out there, just to convince you to buy their type of diamond or those. And we're going to do a show on it. Those, what are they called? The Nexus diamonds.
Nexus.
Oh, yeah.
Those fake crap.
It's not
diamonds.
even synthetic. It's not diamond at all.
It's like one step over CZ. I mean,
Right.
it's I couldn't believe what I was reading about it, but we got to research it some more. But I'm telling you, people, don't get caught up in these synthetic crap diamonds, because I'll tell you what, whatever you spend for them,
Throw it out the door.
might as well just
nothing.
burn your money, because they don't look natural. They still cost lots of money. And your girlfriend's going to get it. She's going to be unhappy, and her friends are going to look at it and they're going to go, oh, what the heck is that? And then you're going to get rid of it, and it's going to realize it's not worth 10 cents.
Right.
That's. But anyway, we'll do that show. That's going to be a great show for us. So now we have time to hit up a few celebrity engagements. I figured that would kind of be fun to do since we're talking about engagement rings.
Do you think Prince Harry got nervous?
Yeah, he looks really nervous right there.
I would. Look how gorgeous she is.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, guys are guys. And, when it comes time to pull that trigger, it's a big deal. But here he is. And
With Miss Meghan Markle.
yeah, tell us a little bit about her.
Well, her first name's Rachel. It's
I
not
knew
Meghan.
it. I knew it.
It really is. It's Rachel Meghan Markle.
Mm-hmm.
They got engaged pretty quick. I think they've only
Really?
no, maybe they've been together a little over a year. But he proposed to her. It's a yellow gold ring. I believe it's about a 3-carat cushion in the center from Botswana. And the 2 side stones were Princess Diana's.
That does
really?
not look like a 3-carat, does it?
It doesn't. And when I was researching it a little bit, it didn't confirm that it was. It was someone who did his own research, a jeweler who believed that it was about a 3-carat. So that's not confirmed.
Cushion cuts can be deceiving. There's a lot of depth to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be
sometimes.
could be more towards the bottom of a lot of the weight's in the bottom of the diamond.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
But
see
the
that.
2 side stones are Princess Diana's, which is nice because she's
Yeah.
no longer here.
Think she could have done her nails a little nicer, or what do you think?
I don't.
No, I just when
I
women
mean-
women are always talking about their nails when it comes to
Now I'm
wearing their
self-conscious
jewelry.
about
Show
my
your
own.
nails, Rachel.
Yeah, and when you're going to put your hands in front of the whole world, you think she would have done something fancy. I don't know that there's anything even on there. I
But
can't
she
even tell.
is making headlines because she is the first biracial and American royal,
Oh, there you go.
or will be.
Awesome.
So,
All right, who do we have? Who are these 2 people? I know her.
Gwyneth Paltrow
Yep.
and
We had to look this guy up. I got it right over here. What's
Brad.
his name? Brad. Yeah, Falchuk. He is a TV producer. He did Nip Tuck. He did
Oh.
Glee. What was that, Howard? What was the horror one that he did?
American Horror Story.
American Horror Story. I don't know.
okay.
Not a big fan of
Did you
those
see
shows,
her
but-
ring?
No, I could not
Her
find a
earrings are
picture
nice.
anywhere of what he had given her. So all we have is their faces for
Well,
right now.
congratulations.
Yeah, he's a lucky guy.
She is stunning.
All right, and these 2 people
Priceline
trying to keep a
girl.
low price line. I don't know. Why do you say price line?
Because she's on the.
Isn't
She's
it
on TV.
William
used to
Shatner.
Used to be Shatner.
Oh, there's a new girl.
Now it's her from
Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
Kaylee
Yep.
something.
That looks like a tiny stone
yeah,
too.
what the hell is going on?
Looks like a half-carat pear shape.
Yeah,
How do you think
Kruko
they
or-
stay
is
rich?
it a pair? I'm squinting. I can't see.
we don't know. When I went to take the shot, I couldn't get close enough. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Dave,
come
you should
on.
have had a 600 on
Yeah, I
there.
should
That
have had a bigger
400 didn't
lens.
work.
I'll have to-
But you know what? It's the thought that counts.
well, here's the interesting.
She
Would
probably
you say
loves
yes to a
it.
half-carat
This
pear?
isn't about me.
Would
No,
you?
no,
This isn't
no, no.
about
Would
me.
you?
Of course she wouldn't. But here, listen to this. You know who the guy is? This guy
No.
Cook. What's his first name? Brad? Carl Cook. His father started the company Intuit, the software company.
And what did he do?
No, he inherited. He's worth $3.5 billion. That's what he did.
Oh,
That's-
just that's it. He inherited it.
Well,
That's it.
inherited.
He's
Not that
no
his
one.
father's dead, but I mean, in other words, his
Father has passed away.
Well, I'm not sure that he is, but I'm saying though, but because of that, he's worth $3.5 billion.
How much do you think he spent on that ring?
Like 10 grand.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, he's clearly smart with his money. If
Well, when you only have
he
$3.5 billion,
decides,
it's tough.
yeah, what was he thinking?
Budget, budget, budget.
I don't know. It's just like I was telling Howard, you just never know. Yeah.
Howard has been pretty good at budgeting.
Well, we all are, right? We all try, but I mean, when
Brought-
you have $3.5 billion,
bought
come
a
on,
brand
buddy.
new Benz.
Break out a few.
Mercedes.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, what, in 2 months?
Yeah. Yep.
2 different cars?
But anyway, what other advice do you have for engagement ring shopping guys out there before we have to wrap
So
this up?
I guess it's kind of similar to what Justin did, but I had a customer come in. He had a budget. I did not want to go over it. Of course, it's his budget. But he also really wanted around a 1 carat, and that was pretty much his budget. So I said, why don't you propose to her in the Tiffany setting? And for another present, Christmas or her birthday, get her the mounting that she wants. That way you have time to save up or whatever you need to do. And he was all for it. So he
Nice.
did. He proposed in the Tiffany setting. She loved it. So who knows if she
She'll even
even
do it
wants
now. Yeah.
a new setting. But at least he felt comfortable and liked the idea. So I guess the center stone's the main part of your ring.
Have you had any guys that have been really nervous?
Kind of. I guess not like freaking out nervous, but more kind of like, I really just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Kind of
Well,
clueless.
probably make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
and,
I was like,
you know.
I can handle it.
But
Yeah, I
for
know.
Dave and me, it's like, here's a beer. or
Yeah,
something.
no. Every time, when a guy starts to get really sick, like you want to have a drink or can get you some, like you said, water or soda or whatever, let's relax. We got plenty of time. One of the things that we like to do is we don't like to necessarily always show diamonds in the showroom. We like to we can take them out back to one of
Right.
the offices. So, it's a
They're
little bit more
not around
private.
anyone.
Oh,
yeah.
Not so
Howard,
much
what
pro-
did you do for when you proposed? Was it easy for you?
That could be a show in itself.
All right, well, we're going to leave it at that because
All right,
our
all
time is up and we don't want to go too crazy here with the time. But I want to thank you for watching this program. It was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
actually, and I hope you
Yes.
got something out of it. And guys, if you're still interested in learning about diamonds, go to Cool School University. It's no charge, and you'll be a diamond expert in no time. 2 hours, give me 2 hours, and we'll give you the diamond education of your life.
Education, education, education.
That's what it's all
Educate.
about.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
All right.